On one side stands the Man of Steel, a god among men, born of a dying planet raised with Earth's values, but shaped by Kryptonian power. He moves faster than sound, sees through walls, and hears your heartbeat before you say a word. He's saved worlds, punched through dimensions, and carried the weight of entire cities in his arms like paper. On the other side, a man, just a man, but not just any man. Captain Steve Rogers, the super soldier, a living embodiment of resilience, sacrifice, and duty. He doesn't fly, he can't shoot lasers from his eyes, but what he does have might just be enough. The arena is neutral, no shield interference, no Justice League backup, just two legends staring each other down beneath a sky that doesn't know who to root for. Superman lands first, gentle, controlled. The ground trembles not because he's stomped, but because the air around him seems to remember what destruction feels like when he lets go. Captain America walks in slow, steady, shield on his back, no weapons beyond what he always carries. His strength, his will, his timing, and that vibranium disc that's deflected gods, monsters, and armies alike. There's no trash talk, no chest thumping, just mutual respect. They both know why they're here. They both know how this could end. Superman speaks first. "We don't have to do this." Cap tightens his jaw. "I know, but if it comes down to protecting others, I won't hold back." Clark's eyes narrow, not in anger but focus. And then, boom. The sound barrier breaks as Superman charges. No warm-up, no theatrics, just pure Kryptonian power unleashed in a flash of red and blue. Cap anticipates it. His feet slide back into a defensive stance as the shield comes up. The collision is violent. Shockwaves rip through the ground, flattening the grass in a 100-foot radius. The shield holds, but Rogers stumbles, his boots dragging deep trenches in the dirt. Superman's punches are like freight trains, each hit meant to end the fight quickly, efficient, surgical. But Cap adapts, dodges, redirects. He doesn't try to overpower Clark, he tries to outthink him. Superman hovers back, analyzing. "You're not even trying to hit me." Cap breathes hard. "I'm not here to win with brute strength. I'm here to win smart." Suddenly Cap feints left and dives under Superman's next strike, rolling to Superman's blind side and launching his shield directly at the base of Clark's spine. It hits, full force, and for the first time Superman flinches. Not because it hurt, but because it surprised him. That shouldn't happen. Cap doesn't give him time to reset. He follows up with a flurry of blows, not to damage but to disorient. Knees, elbows, angles, forcing Superman to react, not plan. Clark grabs the shield mid-swing, twisting it out of Cap's grip with ease. "You're tactical, I respect that." Then he throws the shield, not at Steve but into the distance. It disappears beyond the tree line, embedding itself in solid rock somewhere miles away. Unarmed, outgunned, Cap's eyes harden. "That all you've got?" Superman's eyes flash red. Heat vision scorches the ground where Cap stood a second ago. He's already moved, using the terrain, keeping low. He grabs a jagged piece of debris from their earlier collision, and slings it like a discus at Clark's head. It shatters, useless, but it was never meant to hit, just to distract. He follows up by jumping off a boulder, landing a solid punch to Superman's jaw. Not enough to hurt him, but enough to remind him this won't be over quickly. Superman catches Cap mid-air, holding him by the chest like a rag doll. "You're strong for a human." Cap spits blood. "And you're holding back." For a split second, they lock eyes. Then Superman throws him. Hard. Steve crashes through two stone pillars, skidding across the battlefield like a skipping stone across water. He groans, picks himself up and wipes his mouth. Superman lands in front of him. "You're a soldier, you fight with purpose. I respect that. But you won't win this." Cap adjusts his stance. "Maybe not, but I'll make sure you remember me." This time, Cap charges first. No shield, no backup, just fists and heart. He leaps. Superman meets him mid-air, and that's when Cap grabs his cape and yanks it, using Superman's momentum to swing him around and slam him into the ground. The moment Superman hits, Cap delivers a precise stomp to his ribs, then another, each one placed where Clark might be vulnerable, if even slightly. Superman coughs, not in pain, in surprise. Cap steps back. "You feel that?" Superman slowly rises. You're adapting. Every move is smarter than the last. Cap doesn't respond. He's already running again, but this time Superman's done playing. With a single breath he releases a shockwave of air that sends Steve flying back across the battlefield. As the dust settles, Superman rises into the air. You don't give up. That's your power. Cap climbs to his feet, bruised, bloodied, but upright. It's not a power, it's a choice. Superman clenches his fists. Then let's see how far that choice takes you. Before we go deeper into this clash of legends, if you're enjoying these raw, no-holding-back battles between the greatest heroes and villains ever written, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because this is just the beginning, and the next face-off could shake the multiverse. Steve squares his stance again, blood trickling from his lip, sweat streaking down his neck. His heaves never leave Superman's. That same steel resolve, the same grit that stood against gods, titans, even his own friends. Superman hovers above the battlefield like a storm waiting to be named. You can't win, Steve. Cap exhales slowly. I don't need to win, I just need to make sure you don't forget what it means to be human. That does it. Superman dives, fists clenched like wrecking balls. The ground quakes as he lands and swings. But Cap rolls under, grabs a jagged fragment of his own shield from the debris and drags it across Superman's side. It sparks but doesn't break the skin. It was never meant to. Cap isn't trying to kill, he's trying to remind. He plants his feet and takes a hit full in the chest, sent skidding backwards, coughing violently. Bones creak, but he stands. Superman floats forward, slower now. Why? Cap wipes blood from his chin. Because if I don't, who will? Superman pauses, not out of fear, but out of doubt. A seed planted in his head, not by the shield, not by strength, but by conviction. Cap moves again, bare-knuckled, swift, targeted. He throws a low combo body rib uppercut. Superman blocks, but he's not countering. Not fully. He's thinking, assessing. Cap pushes harder. You've got all the power in the world, and yet here you are fighting me. Why? To prove something. Clark finally snaps. To protect everything I care about. Cap doesn't stop swinging. Then stop holding back and act like it. With that, Superman grabs Steve and launches them both skyward, hundreds of feet into the air. The world shrinks beneath them. Wind howls, clouds split. Mid-air, Cap's limbs flail until Superman stops, holding him by the front of his suit. You want me to stop holding back, he growled. Then he lets go. Cap plummets. No gadgets, no repulsors, no wings, just sky and gravity and a long, long way down. And right before he hits, boom, Superman catches him inches from the ground. The impact sends shockwaves for miles. Trees bending in every direction. Cap is limp but alive. Clark lays him down gently. His voice is quieter now. Why push so hard? You knew how this would end. Cap blinks, his voice ragged. Because someone has to test the gods. Superman's fists loosen. His chest rises and falls. This wasn't a battle of might. It was a battle of belief. He looks down at Steve, battered but not broken, and says, you didn't come here to win. You came here to remind me what restraint looks like. Cap grins through bloodied teeth. Guess it worked. For the first time in hours, Superman chuckled. He looks up at the sky, then back down. If the world had more people like you. Cap coughs. It does. They're just not bulletproof. Superman extends a hand. Cap hesitates, then takes it. As Superman pulls him up, the crowd watching from a safe distance breaks into cheers, not for a winner, but for what they just saw. Two legends, one mortal, one god, neither backing down, neither giving in, both walking away with something new. Superman hands Cap what's left of his shield, bent, cracked but still recognizable. Cap runs his fingers across it. Clark says, I'll fix it. Cap shrugs. Don't. It tells a better story this way. As they walk off the field, one flying, one limping, you realize, this wasn't about who was stronger. It was about who stood stronger when it mattered most. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of power the world actually needs. Not laser vision, not super strength, but heart, and the will to get back up again and again even when you're not expected to, even when it hurts, even when you're outmatched, because that's what makes a hero. Not the cape, not the serum, but the choice, every single time.